Item Number SCP-2184, also known as the Host. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2184 is to be kept in a 10 by 10 by 20 holding cell in Foundation Site Redacted. 3 layers of steel reinforced walls are to be surrounding the entirety of the chamber, approximately 1 meter between each wall, and with soundproofing acoustic foam laced with metallic fabric, thoroughly sealing in between these walls at all times. SCP-2184's anomalous abilities degrade the acoustic foam over time, this dependent on the direction of its focus. For this reason, it must be sedated heavily while the foam is replaced every 3 weeks. SCP-2184 is not, under any circumstances, allowed access to any location outside of this chamber, and no personnel of any level may approve this. Any and all testing done on SCP-2184 is to be done while the specimen is sedated, and all personnel within the chamber are required to wear noise-canceling headsets in the event that the subject awakens during testing. Its containment unit is allowed the following: a wooden desk with 3 drawers, a desk lamp with a 15-watt energy-saving bulb, a high-grade microphone unattached to any recording software, and a leather desk chair. Any attempt by SCP-2184 to use the microphone should have no cause for alarm, and there is, as of present, no reasonable justification for removing the microphone from the containment unit. A single security camera is kept in the top corner of the cell to watch SCP-2184 at all times, though audio is permanently disabled and under no authority should it be reactivated. Description: SCP-2184 is a humanoid male with a mixture of Korean and possibly German descent in what is estimated to be in its early 20s. It is 1.78 meters tall and 64.9 kilograms in weight. Its hair is black with a blonde streak, and its eyes are dark green, with the slayer being a brighter, glowing green, as human eyes would appear on a night vision camera. It was recovered in Redacted, Ohio, in 1976, and is wearing the same clothes it was wearing when first recovered by the SCP Foundation. The specimen wears a pink, makeshift blindfold over its eyes, with its own blood staining the fabric. Despite this, it seems to move and interact in its environment just as well, and it is unconfirmed what other senses it is using to see. Any attempts to remove the blindfold during testing will be reprimanded severely, as any individual who makes eye contact with SCP-2184 while its eyes are open will cause severe eye hemorrhages in both themselves and SCP-2184. The reason for this is unknown and requires more extensive testing, though until a proper protection against hemorrhages for both personnel and the specimen are developed, this property will remain untouched. SCP-2184 is a non-violent but deadly specimen. In the very early stages of its containment, peaceful encounters were possible, but as it became aware of the fact that the facility did not intend to release it, it began to target any individual it could reach within the facility using its anomalous properties. This property is its voice, which it uses to lure in its victims. It will first choose a target, from here on labeled SCP-2184-A, and, through an as-of-yet unknown method, reach into the mind of SCP-2184-A and pull out both their favorite song and their most unsettling thoughts. Using this information, SCP-2184 will use its voice to sing to SCP-2184-A. Distance and obstacles between them irrelevant. If SCP-2184 is successful in reaching the target, then SCP-2184-A will enter a state similar to a Stage 4 Delta Sleep. In this trance state, They will immediately begin to approach SCP-2184's location, letting no obstacle impede them from reaching SCP-2184 except death. If the victim is successful in reaching SCP-2184, the specimen will use its fingers to rip open a hole in SCP-2184-A's neck and proceed to eat their larynx and vocal cords. If the victim does not reach SCP-2184 before it stops singing, they will immediately drop where they are and fall into a comatose state. As of present, no instance of SCP-2184-A has awoken from this state. When they are attracting a selected victim, all other entities that hear the song will skip the trance state and immediately fall into the coma state. It is theorized that, when digesting the larynx of SCP-2184-A, SCP-2184 gains that person's voice and adds it to its own, making it sound similar to an a cappella group rather than one person. As nobody who has listened to SCP-2184's voice during the song stage has lived or has been awake to describe it, there is no confirming this theory. It is also possible that SCP-2184 has no audible voice at all when it sings, and it is merely a psychological effect. This is also unconfirmed. This has been SCP-2184, also known as the Host. Secure, contain, protect.